Getting the kids ready for school. Rise and grind, yeah. Pack a lunch or two. Talking about I gotta be at work in a few, yeah. Hey, for your daily news, hey. Grinding just for you, yeah. When you don't have a clue, yeah. Ain't got the scoop for you, yeah.
Welcome to the Rise and Grind Morning Show, where everything moves slow. Welcome to the Rise and Grind Morning Show, y'all. We do this every Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. It's your homeboy, the one and only me, myself, Miles Dixon. And to my right, we got the one and only, the big homie, the one that we call Mr. Q.
What up, what up, what up, what up?
I ain't finished. Hold on. Q. Q Lewis, everybody.
What up, what up, what up? You know what it is, man. It's your boy Q Lewis holding it down live from the 48205, man. Red Zone, we in here.
Bang, bang, gang, gang. Red Zone. Red Zone. And to the one and only, the one who got his master degree from DeBra. he got his,
I'm in on that shit, like.
he got his PhDJ.
PhDJ. I like that shit. I like that.
He the one who bring us to you and on every device, whether it's your iPad, iPhone, or your raggedy ass computer. He go by the name of DJ. Bug. He think he Popeye. A Bookus.
I did that for Fifi.
A Bookus. So, hey y'all, Fifi is not with us today because she has some very important business to handle. But anyway, I would like to say for everybody right now, let's just lift our heads up and say, "Fuck you, Fifi." Okay. That was.
It's only gonna work when you.
We love you, Fifi.
Oh yeah,
It's only gonna work when you get the shirt.
It's only
when you get
work.
the shirt, it's gonna be popping.
It's gonna be off. It's gonna be on the motherfucking popping. So
and then on one, some of you can put 3F on there.
3F.
Fuck
you. Fuck Fifi.
3Fs.
3Fs. Oh. F to the power of 3.
That's it.
F to the power of 3.
F to the power of 3.
F to the power of 3. Fuck you, Fifi. No.
No, she's gave 205 some love and shit, so I take it back.
Oh, you take it back?
Yeah.
Who shit is that? Oh, that's mine.
That's your shit.
He knew it was his when he said it.
Right.
Medina.
That's why he was looking all crazy.
No, we not on CP time. We on L Bug time.
No, we on CP time.
We on L Bug time.
He wasn't ready. He was sitting there talking and everything.
Anyway.
Ignoring me. That's why I don't like my job. I'm quitting.
You ain't, nigga, you can't quit. You tied into the gang. We gonna be tying L Bug ass up.
You fucked up if you quit, though.
I'm quitting.
Yeah.
Today.
Fifi, Miles, put the damn coffee down. Fuck you, Fifi, again. Listen. Fifi 48205. You didn't, first of all, that's only zip code. What's your zip code? Fifi. I doubt if you even know it.
She don't know her zip code.
She don't.
How you gonna,
she don't. I could tell she don't. I can really tell that she does not. We haven't seen you over the weekend. How was your weekend, Q?
Man, weekend was dope though. I kind of just chilled, impromptu barbecue at my nephew crib on Sunday.
Now you say impromptu.
I mean Saturday rather. I'm sorry.
What do impromptu mean?
Out of nowhere.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, it wasn't planned.
Okay.
So Saturday I went to spur the moment. There you go.
Okay. Fuck you, L-Book.
You got to break it down.
Right. He gonna call me. He got a head full of gray hair. Look like he did.
I've had Grace since 14. It'll run in the family.
14.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick though, shout out to in the know. This AAU squad and shit. So shout out to Coach Dorsey.
Coach
Coach Dorsey and Coach Shad, Coach Mount. I was up there at Franklin Athletic Center recording some of that stuff. We getting ready to do like a little youth basketball documentary type situation.
Oh, that's dope.
So yeah, it's helping them out a little bit. So in the know, that's ITK. Make sure you check them out if you're in the West Side, Detroit, or Bloomfield area.
That sounds like you can get paid for that one too.
Yeah,
You just hit the bus. Yeah,
You feel me?
the way he smiled, you feel me? You feel me?
Like a motherfucker.
Well, West Bloomfield. You said West Bloomfield area.
Yeah,
That's
right.
Orchard Lake Road. You know what I
He gonna
mean?
say 48888.
Right, I might make a couple dollars off that.
Anyway, she's so damn stupid.
Oh, you know what else I did have though?
What?
Real quick, I had the what's that Kuiper belt? It's bourbon from E40.
Oh, really?
Trash.
It's trash.
I don't. All right, I ain't gonna say it's trash. I don't like it.
Okay.
So it's aged 8 years, which is long, and you can taste it. It tastes like a wood barrel,
It tastes like what?
which is what it basically was supposed to. If you age it that long,
Did you put one cube of ice in there?
Cuba Ice. I didn't try it after that because like it was. I don't like it. And you know what pissed me off even more though? Because I got it when we was in Louisville. Not
Louisville?
Yeah, not Louisville,
You
but
can't
Louisville.
say you can't say New Orleans. You like New Orleans.
New Orleans, right?
New Orleans.
And that shit was $100. So I'm really mad because it's not good. And it
You
costs
should take this
$100.
shit back and be half
I wish I could, but I gotta save it for the show, for the Beers Bourbon Whiskey podcast,
Okay.
which will be coming back next month. But yeah, that shit I didn't like it. So his wine is the shit though.
Yeah,
the
no,
40
his
wine
wine-
is the shit.
His
Yeah, I like
wine.
the wine.
Yeah, the wine, the bourbon, bourbon was trash.
Yes, and
I haven't
tequila.
had it. I haven't had it.
Yeah.
You ever had which one?
Tequila. The tequila of Steve. What's his name? Robert Stevens.
Earl Stevens.
Earl Stevens.
Yeah.
Tequila.
Oh, he got a tequila?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't had it though. But the wine is good. The bourbon is trash.
The wine is definitely good.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
wine. The wine. Is
The wine.
That shit
was-
down the liquor.
I had it. I got some for my birthday.
Yeah, it's fire. It's fire.
If you drink the whole damn bottle,
Trapiscato.
if you drink the whole bottle and you with your girl, she getting drilled all night long.
Or you go to sleep on her. One of the
One or two.
Yeah, one or two.
One or two.
Or both.
Shit. Well, my old ass, I'd probably
Down
take to
that
sleep.
boy, it might be a wrap.
Right.
Going to sleep.
She got to see you tomorrow.
Yeah, we up in the
She
morning.
had to bay. Bay. Wake up, bay. Anyway, Sean P, the hell with you two. He just said, I start watching the show until 9:15. Black people. Shout out to Sean P, y'all. Sean P. And shout out to the 488888888 crew.
Is that? That's
No,
not real.
it's not no damn
I
real.
know that's 482.
I hope it's not.
No, it's not no damn real. Fifi just
It might be
ignorant.
actually.
It might be somewhere.
It might be.
I guarantee you.
Not nowhere in the city, but it
No.
could be somewhere.
Ooh, you're right. You know what? You absolutely right because
He
you know
said
what?
it like.
You want to look this shit up?
I'm going to look that
bet
shit
funny
up.
That shit gonna be an Alpina or some shit.
Yeah, it's gonna be in Alpinus.
It might be up in the UP.
Hell yeah. It might be somewhere though.
Let's see that shit right here.
Yeah, the city
She
definitely
googled
started
it
with
before she put it
482.
in. She googled it before she put it down.
Damn, yes, Mount Com County, Michigan.
Yep.
I don't even know what the fuck that
Damn
says.
shit. Fifi ain't shit. I hate her. You know why I hate her? You know why I hate Fifi? This is gonna be the turn to a hate Fifi moment. Listen, this is why I hate Fifi. Anything you say to her, she be like, and I like it too. You be like, you can't even crack on her. You know what I mean? Anyway, she take advantage of your
shit.
joke. Right? You know what I mean? Anyway.
So how was your weekend, dog? You asked about mine.
Mine was kind of dope because I was setting up the new studios. They
Which
just-
be Girth tonight, right?
yeah, we doing girlfriend tonight. And by the 15th, everything will be done. So that's kind of dope. They ripped out one of the offices, tore down the wall, and they right now they in there getting it together. So it's dope.
That's what's up.
Yeah, and plus I learned a whole lot. I had like four meetings about WGOD. In case y'all don't know, WGOD Studios is going to be up and fully functional starting June 15th. And I was also training a new engineer over there.
Gotcha.
Shout out to Joe Spraglin. And I was just going through some things, and then Hoop came by.
Yeah. Yeah. She been fine
She
since
just
the early
came by and
2000s.
invited her.
No, she was with Darren Brown, and actually that was yesterday.
That was yesterday?
But,
Okay.
but actually today felt like Monday. The reason why I tried to get here early because I thought Boog wasn't going to be here today with my old memory loss ass. It was
I told him he owed.
So it'd be Mondays you don't be here?
no, he was here.
I couldn't be here yesterday.
Gotcha.
Right,
You
so-
thought today was that day?
man.
After he was just here yesterday, engineering.
As I was here yesterday.
Ginkgo,
And,
whatever
you know-
that.
And you know what's
mind
even funny?
shit
We
is.
talked on the phone last night because I hit him up because I had an issue. Then I was like, when he called me back, finally called me back, I was like, yo, I'm good now. I figured it out. He's like, all right, yeah, you cool. And I said, I'll see you in the morning.
He was like, all right.
Fuck you, Elbow. Listen, it's gonna be a lot of
Fuck
fucking.
you,
It's gonna be like a lot of fuck yous going off for
You
work.
gonna have to just say fuck y'all.
He
Yeah,
make it just
I ain't
a
gonna
whole
say,
bunch
say
Q,
fuck y'all.
No, because Q. The reason I ain't gonna say fuck you, because you be bringing the drinks and shit. Anyway, so
Oh yeah, tonight we back on. I should bring that weak ass E40 shit back.
you can bring it and we just take little shots of it and just I try.
No, fuck that.
I try to bring it back up.
I'm drinking something I like. I'm bringing something else. Fuck that shit, nigga.
All right,
Chef, if you're listening, we need more of that shrimp bread.
Bug,
Man,
how was your,
hell yeah,
I pay
I'm
you
so
20
mad.
for that motherfucker right now.
hey,
Cash
Bug,
happy.
how was your weekend, brother?
The weekend was pretty cool. I had a wedding, my first wedding of the season.
Woo!
How did it go?
I was dope. It's weird to have a wedding this late in the season because I'm used to
yeah,
my
it
wedding
is.
usually starts in March,
March.
Right.
Hey, okay.
Yeah.
and so you know
Full capacity?
this pandemic.
Full
You know,
capacity,
toward
yeah.
the club
Or,
Call it the damn
They
right.
let me see, they had about 125 guests.
Okay, so
That's
a few.
good.
Okay.
So it was about almost
Almost said.
full capacity or whatever.
You know what? I
So,
don't know
but
if I'm
people
ready for
people
that
still
yet.
had masks though. You had some people that had masks, but most of the people that was vaccinated, they ain't.
Yeah, they ain't
wear
wearing
that.
no mask, so they over
Nah.
that.
People think they
Yeah,
got vaccinated, think they fucking Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the word out. You're not.
In Walmart, white people going crazy already.
Bro.
Already.
They
I
going
got
crazy.
vaccinated.
They going crazy.
I ain't wearing my
everywhere.
fucking mask. Like arguing with niggas and shit. Like,
Yeah,
bro, it's
they
not
going
that
going
serious.
crazy everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
And now they sending the thing across the board saying, if they say they have been vaccinated, you cannot question it.
Right.
Let them go on.
Boy, white people taking full advantage.
Hey,
of
look.
it. I'm gonna do it.
Look
too.
at that.
That angle,
That angle,
right? I was looking at that shit. Do angle and shit.
That boy Bug is incredible.
Right. He like producer of the year, co-producer of the year. And shit.
Oh,
co-producer, he be co-producer.
co-producer.
Of the year.
Hey, look. So
Oh no, that's a dope ass angle though. For
it's
sure.
dope
I ain't
as
gonna- I ain't even
hell. So I
lying.
got a question.
Carmen,
Yeah, I'm gonna be taking this mug over
Yeah, that's what's up.
because we
So,
don't need miles.
I mean, that's fine. I don't have to be
Hey,
here.
he ain't gonna remember anything.
Oh,
That was
fuck you, Q.
I already knew it.
Hey, look, I only had two fuck you.
So now it's fuck y'all.
Right, right.
Fuck y'all.
Fuck y'all. Yeah, now you added on to some shit, but he ain't gonna remember anyway.
Yeah,
I gave
so-
you a compliment first thing in the morning.
You did though.
That nigga
You
did a Heisman on the steps and
Yeah, yeah,
everything.
came up the stairs pretty quick, man. Anybody that know me know that the fucking stairs is my arch nemesis. I
He be like, I am Captain Stairs. He be like, oh no.
we be in the basement studio, though. It'd be shit upstairs. I be having to send people upstairs. Like,
Right,
man,
right.
like it's all the way upstairs. Like, you going to get it?
Not the tomorrow.
When I walk up this bitch, I'm up there.
Right.
I ain't coming back.
Nigga, when I'm up there, I'm up there.
Yeah, I'm up there. I ain't
Well, at least you ain't like my friend used to order two hot and readies and put them bitches together. Yeah, he was terrible with it. He just want to show how but I'm sorry, he just passed away a week and a half ago.
Damn, sorry to hear that.
That's the reason why.
Probably from them eating like that and shit.
Double hot and readies.
Damn. I love pizza, but goddamn.
Triple corned beef with turkey. Just because he got turkey and he think that shit healthy. He thought
Hey,
that
but
shit was
look,
healthy.
adding turkey to the corned beef, though,
Oh, that's
it's the shit.
the best place they
It's
used to
the
have
shit.
that was the Highland Park Deli. Oh my God.
I ain't even hip.
Oh, and they call it the Twister. Oh, and it's
Yeah.
gone now, but that's what
The whole
what
shit gone?
yeah, the whole shit
Oh,
gone.
yeah.
It, but when they opened up, that's what my favorite shit: turkey, corned beef
You
sandwich.
might have to turn that air back on, bro.
Yeah,
See, a little toasty here. A little toasty.
Boog is sweating
Fucking
up under
microphone,
his
little
he's sweating up under his titties.
Because he working his ass off.
Titties. So stop.
He gonna keep doing it every time he hit it up.
Right.
Damn, that shit feel good as hell.
Right, dude.
I ain't gonna lie, that air feel good as hell.
When you twist your nipples, that feel good.
I'm talking about the air.
I had the room cool and everything.
Right.
He came in here.
Once you get this nigga energy in here.
Old anemic ass.
No, I had that Fifi.
blood.
I had that Fifi spirit. Fifi be like, we ain't doing this. she be,
We gonna move Fifi to the end of the table. That's what's gonna happen.
Right,
We be the exact opposite.
because it's gonna be some hot days.
I'll be like, yes,
Man.
You got some hot days coming up.
Oh, yeah, they
Mid 80s the rest of this week. Is supposed to go back up again next week. Ain't nobody got time for that, man.
I'm cool with 80. It can stay 80, bro.
He can stay 80.
That 90 shit, I'm over that shit.
Oh man, that
I'm
90.
talking about low 80s, like 79, 80.
Yeah.
I'm good in there. It's fucking 90 shit.
I heard Portland is more so like that. They got consistent weather.
Yeah.
I said I wanted to retire there or something. Get a house in Portland. Ain't shit to do.
Ain't none of us out there.
They get a lot
either.
of rain out there, though.
They got a lot of rain. Yeah.
Like Seattle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to my man
And
Fat Cat just checking in. What up, though?
Yeah, but they stay in that like
Niggas still
60 to 80s range.
No, that shit on my dog.
No,
That's the name of his podcast, too, the Fat Cat Show. Shout out to my man Fat Cat.
I might know Fat Cat. Shout out to Fat Cat.
Yeah.
In case you can't hear it, Fat Cat, we give you a round of applause.
Shout out to Nikki L checking in on Groove Radio. What's up?
Groove.
Good morning. Shout out to Miss Carmen checking in finally.
Carmen Evans.
Shout out to Groove Radio.
Thomas
E-Block
Fran
Radio,
said,
be
shout
there.
out to my dog Q Lewis.
Yeah, it's Fat Cat and shit.
Okay.
Fuck you, Lewis. I'm going to say it out loud.
That's how it's got to be,
Hey,
dog.
if y'all haven't done so yet, make sure y'all share this show real quick.
Yeah, share. And
Please share.
And then post up and say, I did. Because
I did.
Because y'all must be lying.
Put a check mark in the comments.
See, that's the first thing you say. Did you share? They be like, I did. You be like, lying. Shut your ass up. So today's topic is kind of, and so I don't want. It's not straight left. It's not straight right. But we're gonna be talking about what's up with the family secrets.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just. And I want to make sure it's not about just people talking about the molestation part. It's a lot of other secrets that goes on in families.
It is.
So Q, what was one of the deepest family secrets you ever heard?
Shit I ever heard. Low-key, well, all right, I got one. I got some personal ones, right? But it's one I just want to mention that I seen on TV yesterday. It's, what's that shit? Paternity Court, right? Y'all ever watch that shit?
Yeah.
Judge Lake or whatever. I think she's from Detroit. But anyway, dog raised this his daughter 29 years, bro. Mm-hmm. And like I guess the whole time the mama knew he wasn't the father and shit. So the mom ended up passing away and shit. So then the actual father ended up like coming around. I'm talking about like he didn't have no idea though. Like how does that even happen? How do you raise the kid for 30 years and nobody ever was like, dog, maybe
Dang. You know you black as hell and you see she's albino.
no, right? So I'm super tripping. Like, but anyway, with that being said, I think for us, for my family, I think the most secrets I've heard was just about outside kids. That's all our problems be, outside kids. Like people keeping that shit a secret, and I understand why. You know what I'm saying? I understand why, but then at the end of the day, everybody get hurt in the process when you don't speak up and shit. But I understand at the time, like, I'm not about to tell this shit.
Well, right.
I'm not about to tell this shit right here.
Like I had a cousin of mine say, I'm not really your cousin. I'm like, what the heck you talking about?
See what I'm saying?
Right, like
But been holding on to that secret for a long time.
Yeah.
And I understand why.
Well, I do understand why. It's to keep the embarrassment down with actually the mother too.
Yeah.
Especially you had a particular love for your mother. You be sitting there like, what the hell? You know what I mean?
As an adult, though, I mean, at some point, just like, I watch a lot of paternity shit, right? But at some point,
Hold on,
though,
stop. Are you looking for a child or something somewhere? No. Okay. Be like, hi, my name Q Lewis too. No, you stupid. I'm 70 years old.
I do understand like the embarrassment part of it, but at some point, you are an adult. You just got to go ahead and admit that you fuck 5 motherfuckers in the same amount of time. Like, you got to admit it.
Yeah.
And just move on with that shit. Because, like, you trying to hide the fact and act like this dude or this other dude couldn't be the daddy and shit, just fucking everybody's life up.
How about
So just own that shit. Like, yeah, you was in the whole phase. Just accept that shit and move the fuck on.
Well, the deep part, I know a person. This ain't no damn family secret. This young man, like roughly about 27, he got 13 children.
27.
20, and he had
13 kids.
and he had like 8 different children's mothers.
It would have to at that point.
Maybe 8 to 10. It's crazy.
Damn.
Yeah. And some of the kids around the same age.
They got to be.
And
A
look,
couple of project
my homegirl
twins.
called me like, yeah, my granddaughter about to be born. Called me back. Like, I said, what's up? Can we do it today? No, because I got a grandson.
Wow.
I said, you only got one son. She said, that's the fucking problem. Right?
13 kids,
Yeah.
27.
13 children and 27 years old.
God damn. I just wanted one out this motherfucker. This nigga got 13.
He needed to get snipped.
Yeah, at
That's
this
a
point,
lot,
yeah.
bro.
At this point, yeah, for real. I ain't gonna hold you up.
You know, sometimes I think some people just go overboard.
He taking care of them kids, hopefully.
Yeah.
Okay, well, he taking care of them shit.
and his mother, which is their grandmother, helped.
As long as the kids getting raised, dog. Because when the kids don't get raised, they turn into criminals.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure within 30.
And I hate to have to shoot niggas. Sorry.
Right.
Like, nigga, that's your fault, nigga.
Right, I hate to have to shoot niggas.
You
sorry.
had 13 of them son bitches. That's your fault.
But I will. I had to tell the
Like
chick that shit not too long ago, though. I told her, like, I don't really just be out here killing niggas, but I will shoot my way out the crib, though.
Out the crib.
Yes, I will.
Shout out to Thomas Friend. Thomas Friend, thank you for listening to us, dear brother. If y'all anybody want to ring in 248-854-9850 248-854-9850. Thank you, Thomas Friend. He shared. Carmen says share. Tiffany Nance says check. Fred said good morning, family. Then he also says people hiding mental health issues that
Dog,
run in
that's-
the family.
That's
Nah,
real shit.
That's
real
a big
shit.
one.
That's real shit. Yeah.
That's so deep because the traumatization of a person with mental health, oh man, that shit could go down lineages. I mean, like you be sitting up there like, why my cousin so angry?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For
They be
sure.
like, shit, look at his mama's mama.
Right. All of that. Yeah,
You know what I
for real.
mean?
That should be hereditary a little bit.
Oh,
like
a little bit.
genetics or
It
whatever.
definitely could be genetic.
Yeah.
And to be bipolar, so many black folks is bipolar,
Bro, I swear, dog. Sometimes I feel like I am,
especially women.
especially when
Oh my god.
I don't know. I ain't even gonna say that. I'm gonna say it's a lot of these dudes though.
I would have said a lot of dudes maybe 3 years ago. But once a woman get to a particular age and they start going through their hookup, and they bipolar, they're like, you be sitting there like, okay, you just call them and say, okay, who are you today?
Duh.
You know what I mean? Are you the nice bitch or the cool bitch? Which one?
Yeah.
Damn.
I don't mean to call women bitches. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
but
I know what you're saying.
we just talking one-on-one.
Yeah.
But and then they say, "Oh, I'm the dirty bitch today." You be like, "That's the one I wanted to talk to."
It's funny though. I'm laughing now though, but yes. There are women who actually admit to that they have different people inside their head.
Yes, and I
like to take it for granted when they're saying it, but they dead ass serious.
yeah, but I wound up putting another person in their head. Carmen Evans said, "When I was a kid,
You could have hit dog with the drum roll on that one. That was a good one.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
Yeah, a laughter hater.
Right. Hit him with that one. That was funny.
That was funny. Carmen Evans said, "When I."
There you go.
We begged for that one though. Is that what it is?
We got a caller.
Oh, about time. Look at that.
Caller, you on the air.
Or not.
Hey, caller.
What up, dude?
Talk to us.
Call us back.
Yeah, the wiggle the cord.
You gotta wiggle the cord.
It's not the cord. I tell you this all the time.
No,
And then
I
when they
hear it.
call,
I hear it hanging
Yeah,
up.
I'm telling you. But anyway, we're not going to do this. So
let me do my job, brother. I keep trying to tell you.
Shit. Fight.
so, fight, right. Carmen Evans said, when I was a kid,
That was probably Carmen trying to call
we were
in.
taught what goes on.
Try it again.
Try it again. Hello. It's the Rise and Grind Morning Show.
Good morning, fellas.
What up, dog?
I knew it was you, Miss Carmen.
Elba, Q, and Miles. Good morning to you.
Oh, why,
Good morning to you as well.
Why I had to go last, Carmen?
Well, because on my screen, I went left to right. Is that okay?
Boom.
Okay.
Boom.
That makes sense, though.
Okay.
That's right.
That made a lot of sense.
Miss Carmen, close your ears.
That made a lot of sense.
Is your ears closed,
Here we
Miss
go.
Carmen?
Here we go.
Fuck y'all. You still heard me. I don't give a damn. Go ahead, Miss Carmen.
I'm calling about hiding family secrets. I think as a young person, I always remember my grandmother and my parents telling us what goes on in the house stays in the house.
Ooh.
And I think that right there have levels to it. I understood the premise behind it, but I think it kept a lot of people in situations that they didn't necessarily need to be in. And it kept them from speaking up about certain things that was going on in the household. So when we say stuff like that, we have to be very careful with our children when we use those types of statements. Because you would keep a child in a situation, whether they're being physically abused, mentally abused, or sexually abused.
Yeah.
I remember being a child and being sexually abused by an uncle. And because they said what goes on in the house stays in the house, I was never comfortable telling you know, my teachers or anybody what was happening, because I knew that if I did, that came along with a whooping.
Wow.
You know, and a punishment. So we have to be very careful, you know, when we say stuff like that. Family secrets should not extend. And when you tell kids that, they don't know that it's levels to that. They don't know that they mean, you know, business of the house, not necessarily abuses of the house.
Right.
You know, and some do, but most of them don't.
Most of them don't.
You know,
Not because they're kids.
Right, they kids.
Yeah, because they're children. They don't comprehend,
The comprehension level of socialism with a child is very different from comprehension of mathematics and stuff that they learn in school. So.
Yeah, and then when the young person get older and they start acting a fool, you know, and then you look at these young people out here now, you look at these young people, you be like, what is wrong with him? What is wrong with her?
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what that young person have battled in a house. I remember sitting in my classroom and my students, you know, I've always had like the brown girls group, and then the young men got on me because I didn't have nothing for them, so I had something for them. And in our little groups, you'd be amazed at the young women that will tell you, you know, who was touching them and, you know, who was threatening them and stuff like that. It rips your heart out.
It does.
By me at the time being a mandated reporter, I would have to report those incidents. But just think at some point we always classify those kids in school as bad. You know, or we need to do an IEP on them. You know, we need to put them in a special education class. And all along, they're acting out because of the things that's going on inside the house that they were told, you better not tell what's going on in my house.
Yeah, more often than not.
Yep. And a lot of times I have realized a lot of things that we hear, right, that we say in the black family, especially in the 60s and 70s, still derives from slavery. Mm-hmm. You feel me?
I mean,
like what goes on here, even from to the field Negro to the house Negro. It's the same thing. The master say, "Don't tell what's going on in the house," and then the same thing happens in the field Negro in back in the hut, or the little small barn or whatever. Don't say what happened. Just happened in here. You know what I mean? That's a secret. And so we carry those things in wholeheartedly, and that's the part. That's the part when you start thinking. That's the part we need to fix. That's the part we need to get rid of. Right. That's why the Willie Lynch rule need to be changed into to laws and rules of love and unity. You know what I mean? And then it's just as simple as changing it, but that's what I'm taking upon myself. I've been rewriting it, trying to make it make sense. You know what I mean? So I'm getting Dr. Sabrina involved too. So go ahead.
But I also believe that even I think the whole family plays a part in making sure that even what goes on in your sister's, uncle's house or whatever, that it's healthy. And what I mean by I say that is when you have your family gatherings and stuff like that, and little Lucretia used to be really sweet, and then all of a sudden now Lucretia is just acting out. To me, it's incumbent for family members to say, "Hey, what's going on? Are you okay?" You know, to find out, what's happening.
I agree. I agree with that wholeheartedly, but the thing is, like, family members are like worse than people you don't know these days, like, because family members be the main ones telling you don't tell me how to raise my kid. So like right. you want to tell your sister, like, hey, you need to check on this, something going on with this, and then they act like you said some shit out of line.
Very true, and
we got to change that.
I told somebody one time, I said, sometimes I trust the devil before I trust y'all motherfuckers.
Damn, that's bold.
No, it's true, because at least I know where the devil coming from.
Yeah.
You know, the
usually
anger.
those type of people are not really trying to get to the root of what's going on with the child.
They like
Right.
they like Band-Aids.
Those are the people that usually on the side, cussing, and going off and this and that. And the kid know that they're not safe with them anyway. So I think that our children, for the most part, they can discern when someone is really, that someone really loves them or care for them or really trying to protect them.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to call in and say that you guys have a good show.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Carmen.
And you know, a lot of times, Thanksgiving dinner could be a very awkward situation.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for real. I mean,
Some people that still actually do it.
yeah, but that part. Well,
So I think that's the reason why a lot of families don't get together like they used to. They don't gather because it'd be just too much shit going on.
Yeah, it's true though. I ain't got to deal with it. I ain't got to deal with
People
it.
be there and be saying like, I had to beat your ass because I know
Exactly.
you did such and such.
yes.
They, you know what I'm saying, be just boiling on the inside, you know what I'm saying, because they want to tell something or say something
so now
because you
they-
done did some bull crap.
Yeah.
But
Now Big Mama
what they end
died.
up doing is being like, you know what, I just ain't gonna fuck with the family.
Yeah,
And then they stay
you can
to
make that
themselves.
decision then because Big Grandma dead and shit. So she was the one who was making niggas come.
Well, I can't.
Now she gone. Now I ain't going.
I
Shit,
can't
right.
remember whether it was a man killed a woman or a woman killed a man, and it was in Missouri like 15 years ago at Thanksgiving because of family secrets.
Bro,
And they
at dinner?
it killed him right at the dinner table, or killed her right at the dinner table.
All cold.
And it was because of family secrets.
Yeah.
Because after a while, you realize that your son or your daughter been fucked up for all these years because of something that your brother or your sister did.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
There ain't some shit you can just.
And they be the ones talking about you just need to stay home more often with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It be
Right.
shit that the abuser or the person who attacked the child or done something, whether it was physical or sexual. You know what I mean? They be the main ones talking about I help you out.
Yeah.
And you be thinking that person really helped,
Really helped.
and they really
Man.
shafting your daughter or son, and you grow up, and then your daughter be feeling herself like I'm a woman now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a lot of shit to go with it.
Nah, it be women too and shit though. I seen of course I was watching Steve Wilkos show.
I'm about to say
Steve Wilkos show.
paternity court. Go
No,
ahead.
Steve Wilkos and the chick was molesting her son and the nephew. So,
yeah.
she was picking her son up and his cousin and shit, taking him to the crib and molesting both of them.
And they're probably doing it at the same time.
Oh, that's
Let me tell you something,
Man.
bro, people is fucking sick, bro.
especially man. Listen,
I just
we are, and for Black America, we are damaged goods.
facts.
I'm talking about we are damaged goods. We get the watered down language, the watered down culture, and live a watered down life, and swears all that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, because our level or our level of expectancy is low.
It's low as hell.
So we feel like we hitting the ceiling, which
Yes.
is the floor for most motherfuckers.
The table.
Right.
We up under a glass table.
Right.
We think it's
Fucking
a glass ceiling.
Right. You right though.
I mean, I don't know if y'all seen the test of fleas. Did y'all see the test of fleas?
No.
They took a couple fleas and put them in a jar, right? And they was, a flea can jump anywhere between 6 to 8 feet. So they was testing. They put the couple fleas in a jar, and they was jumping, hopping all out. So they tightened the lid on there, right? Left it on there for overnight, right? Punch molar, and they took the jar off, and the flea jumped no further than where the lid was.
Even though the lid was gone.
Even though the lid was gone, and they said even their offsprings would do the exact same thing. So with that mentality, and they know this about fucking fleas, who is naturally inclined to jump.
Yeah.
And they did that to some fleas, and then they give us a flea type mind.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, so
That's a deep analogy right there.
I'm telling you, but we be thinking we be so fucking smart.
Yeah.
I tell people to have an open mind is so good when you thinking. So if you have an open mind, you could begin to see certain signs in your children.
Hey, Chef said mental health issues should be known before you marry into the family.
Yes,
They should be.
They should
but
be. But
that's
who
a
gon'
hard,
really-
That's
yeah.
a hard thing, man, because
It's
people
a
don't
hard
be
thing to
telling.
crack. They don't be talking
People
about
don't be
shit.
telling people don't be telling the truth.
Yeah,
And if
that's
it's- and
true.
like you said, that's why we talking about family secrets. Like people be
Exactly.
knowing, but they ain't about to tell you.
Right.
You know what I'm
Like, you know, I'm a
saying?
little crazy and shit.
Well, well,
I mean that's kind of like you could say it's on you to try to do a little
Yeah,
more
it-
digging,
it
but that's
is.
still
That's still
like
if they been hiding it this long, they hide.
you think somebody in their family gonna let you find out some secrets?
Well,
you know what I'm
exactly.
saying? Like how you gonna find out? Like you
When
gotta
it-
be a man. You
Inspector
gotta
Gadget.
No,
you gotta be.
All you have to do is ask one question.
You got to be some type
What's
of
the,
special.
what's the question?
I'm asking one question. The question you ask when if you have a girl, especially with men and with women, right? You say, anybody in your family crazy? And they will spill it out. And then you ask them, well, your cousin, I mean, okay, he killed 2 people, right? I mean, I'm just being honest with you. Then you be like, and then you ask him, like, did his mother believe him? You know what I mean? It's just certain stuff. But you're right. You got to snoop around. You have to ask questions. If you don't,
I mean, but
then
those,
what do you do with that?
those are still kind of generalized. We like some real mental issues,
yeah,
like
but you ask a general question and then shit start coming out.
Start coming out.
because at this point, I mean, literally, there would be a lot of people who probably wouldn't be married if you went off
you really
just,
went in.
if you really went off of just that question, because everybody's family got somebody
So
that's
crazy.
crazy,
Yeah,
right?
but you get
and
down-
that could be that one thing. Be like, well, I'm straight. Now
Yeah.
you know what I'm
You
saying?
done missed out. Like
It's-
she ain't
it's-
crazy, but some of her family crazy.
It's a little deeper than that. Like I think what
Of course
Chef
it's
is talking
deeper.
about on another level is kind of like, you know what I'm saying, when we talk about abuse, whether it's sexual or whether it was, you know what I'm saying, your mama was the one that was just verbally abusing you and tearing you down,
Yeah.
and you watching her bring in all these dudes into the crib.
Yeah.
Now you messed up inside and you growing up and you get with this guy, he don't know what your mama's history is and that she was a hoe and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like how you gonna know?
Facts. Facts.
How you gonna get that information?
Well, I guess when you do the
You know what I'm saying?
pre-marriage counseling, maybe this is some way you can kind of gauge the
Oh,
conversation.
A pre-marriage
Maybe.
counselor,
I don't
a person who get pre-marriage counsel, real pre-marriage counsel, they bring that shit out.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So maybe you get brought
I
out
mean,
there.
in some instances, I'm telling you, some people lie through all
whole
of
thing.
counseling.
Yeah.
Like, I think most people, when they find out certain things, it's way later in life, and that be because at one point that person they can no longer hold on to what they holding on to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's a breaking point. You know what I'm saying? And then it's be like, well, I got to release this because now they actually see for themselves like this is what's been messing me
I know a
up.
couple.
You know what I'm saying? People got to get to that place where they got to be honest with themselves
themselves, yeah.
about, you know what I'm saying, what they've been keeping, what they've been holding
Yeah,
on
yeah.
to, how the secrets that they've been holding
Yeah.
has
And
affected
it's
them.
tough to be honest with yourself sometimes.
Yeah, it is tough for a lot of people to be honest with
'Cause it's
themselves. I mean,
accountability.
at the root of it, that's really what the biggest issue is, people being honest.
You pronounce that real good. You said from the root of it. It is a root. It ain't root. It's a root.
I always say rude. I don't know. I say
This
rude.
is a root. You say,
And so Laura just checked in and said, I just found out about the mental illness on my dad's side earlier this year. Now, see, this is the thing, too, though, because some people, like, don't know their daddy side of the family.
Right.
So you might not even know that you got mental illness in your family
but
because you don't even know your daddy.
That's why it's important to at least reach out. If you don't know your daddy, reach out to this side of the family.
To see what's going on over
And
there.
then you might find out.
But
jump
even
out-
when you know your daddy's side of the family,
You
you know
still
what I'm
don't know
saying? I'm telling you, like people be, it's like
They
you
be holding
gotta,
on to-
you literally would have to be like this little super detective. And
Yeah.
how many people actively thinking about
Nobody.
being a detective? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
about
no,
your,
on that
like on
tip.
your family
On your
side. Like, you know
family.
what?
Hardly
I need to go
nobody.
see what's up on my mama's side and
Yeah.
start probing and asking people random questions. They gonna be looking at you like, nigga, why you asking me these questions? You know what I'm saying?
Why my cousin look like he could be my brother?
Like it's man, it's deep, man. It really started. Everybody it got to get to a point where we got to start fostering. You know what I'm saying? Honesty in families, transparency. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop with the keeping the secrets.
Dr.
At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying?
Dr. Sabrina said mental health is such a huge area of importance.
Yes, it is, Dr.
The,
Sabrina.
The ACE effect, adverse childhood
Yep.
experiences. Wow.
Exactly.
And then the crazy thing about that, about adverse childhood experiences, is that a lot of times you don't even realize that those experiences were adverse until you become an adult.
Mm-hmm.
Like you start looking at that shit like I thought that shit was normal.
Right. No.
Then you find out like, oh,
That's
shit.
the other
that's
issue.
the other issue, right?
Normalizing
Yes.
the things that's been happening. You know what I'm saying? If you grow up in a certain environment, you're not gonna think nothing different.
That's
like, you know
it.
what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Which is why, like, if you connect to other kids when you growing up, and you see them be a certain way, and you trying to figure out like why that is, like that ain't my truth. I don't know nothing about that.
I don't know nothing about this.
You know what I'm saying? And they looking at you like, well,
Like,
nigga,
you a
you
weirdo,
strange,
right?
you weird, like, 'cause I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause yeah, man, it's crazy.
So anybody want to tap in, call us to 248-854-9850. You will see the number on the screen, 248-854-9850. That's 50.
Nikki L on Groove Radio, she said mine kept a lot of things from me and being the only child.
Oh,
And she was like, when I got older, I found stuff out that was like a soap opera.
Damn.
I bet.
I mean, it's like your whole identity can change based off of some shit you found out.
Oh my God!
Your whole identity can
Listen,
change,
man.
bro.
Yeah.
I thought I
People
had,
be messed up.
I thought I had a son, right? And it wasn't until he needed some blood.
Damn, that you found out you didn't have a son.
The doctor came to me like, you need another donor.
You like, what the fuck for? Right. I'm here.
That's the first time I probably ever hit a woman.
I didn't mean to laugh at that. I'm sorry.
I choked the shit out of her.
I didn't mean to laugh.
I wasn't trying to kill her, but 3 years of
had
my
that one
life,
coming.
3 years of my life that you basically dogged me because I couldn't really provide the way I wanted to. I didn't have a house. I was living at the studio. You know what I mean? Certain stuff like that. And and here's the thing. She literally like dogged me because I normally look like I had everything together, right? So by the time she come, I had the bag and everything together. But this day I was so tired, and he slept on my chest. You know what I mean? But all his clothes was neatly in the sound booth, right? And she like, you got him sleeping in the motherfucking sound. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She went off on me, and then to come to find out 3 months later that he wasn't my child.
Damn.
You feel me?
Yeah.
It was people do hateful shit.
Yeah, they do.
And like you said,
I mean,
though,
imagine if the nigga didn't need no blood, though.
and then this, I still let him enter back in my life
Yeah.
at the age of 11, and kept, let him know, like, because she was like, he need help. You need to come get him. But I said, okay, that's no problem. I mean, I still loved him though.
Because you love the kid.
I love the child.
You want to slap the shit out of her. Yeah. I feel you. But you love the kid, though. for
That's
sure.
those other secrets, dog, that people be holding on to. People be holding on to them type of secrets for life, bro.
Well, you can just admit, like, hey, this might be Craig, baby.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just...
This fucked up. Dr. Sabrina said we navigate the world based on how we are socialized. Very fucking true.
We make decisions and all that shit based off our own experiences.
Yeah.
And everybody's experience be different. You ever meet people and you just be wondering, like, man, how the fuck was you raised?
Oh, all the time.
Like, how the fuck?
All the time. Listen, I had a partner named my other partner in my group. Name was, I ain't gonna say his name, but because he got family still here. And the way he would eat, he ate like he was still in prison.
Yeah.
And he like it was spaghetti.
Yeah.
I would be like, hey dog, I used to be like this. Let's try something other than the spaghetti. You know what I mean? Because just to get him, because it was fucking embarrassing. We grown ass people.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Good morning. It's Rise and Grind Morning Show. State your name.
I don't want to give out my name. I want to keep. I want to be incognito.
I'm about to hang up on you.
Drink some water.
That's sad. That's sad. Be like, I got a family secret too, but I don't want people to know who I am. Nah, hey, Miles, I've been through that situation too. This one girl accused me of getting her pregnant. I took care of the baby for a year until I finally took a blood test, and it wasn't my baby. But I think it prepared me for my son. So everything happened for a reason. So, that's how you look at it. But when the moment you're going through it, it ain't fun. It ain't fun. When you look down the road, you be like, okay, God, now I see what you're doing.
Right. And sometimes people can't see that road in front of them. They just blank the hell out.
Yeah. So, this is a great subject, man. Y'all picked a great subject today, and y'all doing good, man.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you. Appreciate
that.
All right, y'all have a good show. Talk to y'all later.
Yes, sir.
Medina says undiagnosed mental illness happens a lot. Very true. Dr. Sabrina said people do hateful stuff
because it's hate on the inside of them.
Yes. And you know what? the truth is,
that's from these damn family secrets and shit.
And you're right, because with her,
real shit, though.
with her whole family was being raped by cousins and uncles. Her whole family, right?
Damn.
Because what happened with her when she was younger, her cousin tried to rape her, right? And me and her had I was 15, she was 13, right? But we had a particular bond, right? And she called me like he tried to rape me. I said, "Where are you at?" I went to go get her. Her mother didn't call me until 2 weeks later. Said, "I know you got my baby, but it's safe for her to come home now because we put him out, right?" And she came over and picked her up and thanked me like, "I'm so glad you was there for her." You know what I mean? I hit her in the basement of the crib. You know what I mean?
Stupid.
I'm serious. but the whole thing of it in real life.
Think about the situation,
but I mean,
but she was safe.
She was safe. But the whole thing was she wasn't in her own house when she left rest her head. Yeah. Her sisters, her cousins, everybody, and even some of the boys was raped. You feel me? So and then she finally told me what was going on. So why you ain't say nothing before? And so when I got older, after my mama passed, I was really like, I had dudes then, you know, my boys, they was like, "What you want us to do?" Right. I was like, "Shh." I mean, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, after that ass whipping he got, he never touched her again. So
I bet.
But the thing was, we just have to be able to admit what the hell we got going on. So,
and a lot of times that is the toughest thing to do, and I get it. But at the end of the day, if you want to make shit better, that's what you got to do. Yeah. Some people cool. You know what I'm saying? Some people cool with like, you know what? I'm gonna keep this secret and shit. I'm just gonna ride it out. Some people cool with that, but I don't think you can ever grow as a human being by doing that.
Oh no!
You stunting people's growth.
Yeah, some people
don't even really realize it.
And then it's not even just you no more. Like, cause you got secrets that's affecting everybody. Like,
yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta let that shit go. That'll just shit keep it moving. Like,
and then
I guess it's easier said than done.
It's definitely easier said than done, but most part, I have found out a lot of men hiding their sexuality. Speaking of
that too.
Oh my God! Because somebody done found out their booty, and it's not no laughing matter.
I know, but
you were trying to hold it.
I was trying to hold it. He was like fondling his booty. Like,
but a lot of, I would go with Tyler Perry. When you think that shit, when you think that shit is okay, because it's happening to you and the loved one is doing it, you know. Yeah. Boy, men be wind up being gay, but they be undercover gay as hell. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Because they feel like they don't actually want to be gay. It kind of was made gay,
and then they be angry, and they be angry. A lot of gay dudes be out killing people. They be real thugs. They not gangsters. They be thugs because they got all this inner anger in them. Yeah. And the reason I found out because my friend, he used to pimp women. So it's a hotel on Woodward, and on one side it's the transvestites, you know, the transies, and then on one side it's the real women. Yeah. So I used to, in my younger street days, I used to watch his girls for him. You know what I mean? And then over the vestibule, you see all these gangster dudes going over there.
Going over to the tranny side.
Yes. Though. I mean, dog,
gangsters, though.
I mean, some of the hardest street dudes from Schoolcraft, 7 Mile, 8 Mile, and you know
and they notice the tranny side. They know.
Well, I know.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they have to know once they get there.
Once they get there, yeah, they gotta know.
And so a lot of times, man, a lot of them beat, and if you start listening and see how a lot of them beefs happen, you be like, dude be like, "You old faggot." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you be like, "What?"
Some shit they know.
Because once you drive out of Woodward and you see the dude car.
Because you know that's dog car.
What is you doing there?
Right, you know that's dog car.
And you drive by an hour later?
And he's still there.
Man, come on. And so I knew a lot of people, and they've been molested when they was younger, man, and they dealing with it, and the best way for them to deal with it in that element is to deal with it in that element. Yeah. Because they can't be out front, you know what I mean? It ain't like they walking through Ferndale like, "Hey, what's up?" You know what I mean? Ferndale. So, yeah, a lot of secrets be told. So, Fat Cat said most people don't even know how to be family anymore. Very true. The main thing that we're the glue to family unity. We got away from church, family dinners, get-togethers when I was growing up church was the backbone. Actually, Fat Cat, I agree to a certain degree, but church is some of the main reasons why the secrets are kept.
I was done. I was
about to go there earlier, but I didn't even want to go there because that's a whole nother rabbit hole.
Church is the main reason that a lot of secrets.
Listen, a lot of people do not want to. They do not want to receive that at all.
When we
think about our ancestors and how a lot of things happened, and like
the church to this day, church. I
mean, the same people you were saying like that don't want to admit their sexuality, that don't want to admit that they've been, that they've been molested, but they've been silenced because of the motherfucking people in the church. Yeah. So,
shh, baby, don't say that.
Exactly. So
the Lord
that's
will
a
heal
tough
all. I mean, I done seen and witnessed it in the church for real. Like where the pastor was messing with kids.
Yeah, I done seen it too.
That too.
You know,
and I don't want to put that blanket on all churches.
No, by no means.
But it's just that the church element has created some secret.
Churches.
You know what I'm saying.
The church has some great
secrets in the church, secrets in the crib.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
That could be a book.
We need to bring
this started with our ancestors. They're like in slavery. They started this, like you said earlier. That's part of it. And you know what I'm saying? Church was that thing that our ancestors leaned on, but it also ended up being, you know what I'm saying, a crutch, and we enabled a lot of people in church because it was like, well, you know, we can just cover this up and we can pray this off. We can pray this away.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be all right. God got us.
Yeah.
Nah, you messing folks up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The church
you messing folks up. And let's not even go to like, if real talk, you know what I'm saying, churches was killing people back in the day.
Ooh, damn.
If people really want to know some history about the church. White church, black church, it didn't matter what it was.
Blasphemy.
Certain people that did stuff back in the day, they disappeared.
We about to get cut off.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Listen, though, my granddaddy told me a story. One of his brothers, they hung his ass because he molested a little girl. The church did it.
Yeah.
The church took it upon themselves, like, you know what? He got the devil inside of him. And when they prayed and that devil ain't leave, based on what they thought should happen, they killed him.
Yeah. So
they hung his ass from a fucking tree.
Well, I mean, that's how the churches was back then.
Oh, man,
they hid everything under the guise of the Lord.
Very true, because I was showing somebody a picture of they hung 4 people, right? It was all white folks, right? And they all had Bibles in their hands.
Yeah, under the guise of the Lord.
Yeah. So, Q, where can they find you at, dear brother?
Oh, damn, is that time already?
Yeah.
Deep conversation.
Damn, that's how you do.
Segue like a motherfucker. Killing niggas at church. Q, how can they find you?
Hey, look, hold on. No, look, because, Chef was like, yes, Q, who the fuck raised you? I think he wanted that to be a topic on Girth.
I know, it could be, though. Yeah. Who the fuck raised you, though? I mean, that's real shit, though.
So that's a question.
We should talk about this.
Who raised you?
No, so look,
I may have to pop in on Girth tonight.
I was lucky enough to have both parents in the home and shit, right? And my old man, though, like, worked like crazy. So I'm not even gonna tell you that my old man raised me. My mama raised me, right? Yeah. But I want to give a shout out again. I talk about this often. I want to give a shout out to my dog Coke Horner, who's actually does movies and shit now. But I want to give a shout out to him because he was one of the OGs in the neighborhood who kept us in order. Though this is one of the only niggas I know on earth that don't drink or smoke. Like, this nigga, like, he was everybody's big brother. And for some niggas who didn't have daddies, he was their father figure. Right. So, dog, that type of shit is necessary, dog. So, shout out to my dog, bro. I don't know if I ever say this shit out loud.
We need more folks like that.
Yeah,
you know
but shout out to dog. You need people like that because you never know.
Q can't be one because he all fucked up. I seen him on his birthday. He all fucked up.
I couldn't be one, but I got friends who can be though. Like, as a collective,
as a collective,
we could be great.
Some don't smoke, some don't drink.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Some on right with the Lord.
Who raised you, El Book?
A combination of my folks and family members.
That's dope.
Yeah, a community for real. That's what's necessary.
Yeah, I mean, my dad worked a lot too. You know what I'm saying? There was times when my dad was working like 3 jobs. You know what I'm saying? My dad was a hustler. He was like, we gonna get, you know what I'm saying, everything we need type of deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's another conversation too, though.
And so, like,
and that's what niggas was back then.
The siblings stepped in. So, you know what I'm saying? I spent a lot of time with, it was like a couple of my aunts who, houses we was with a lot of times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They took us to school.
But you was a safe
You know what I'm
keepers.
saying? Yeah, picked us up from school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Made sure we ate type of thing. My grandmothers, you know what I'm saying, kept us a lot. You know what I'm saying? When we was little. So, you know, it was basically
Family
like a collective thing.
Fat Cat said church is really about confession. The true church, I'm sorry, fellas, I'm a minister. Fat Cat, I was a minister for like 6 years. I'm still a minister in the way that I minister. I laugh, I joke, I cuss, I fornicate, but but I too love God more than anything.
The church should be about confession. People should be able to confess.
Yeah. But
they should get healing,
But the church is the hardest
that
place to
hasn't-
confess.
That hasn't always been the case. Well,
Because they so judgmental.
so the main point that we were trying to bring up earlier is that the church has been abusive.
Yes, very much.
And a lot of the things that we deal with, even with this topic that we're talking about with family secrets and stuff like that, has been fostered in the church.
Oh, very
You know
true.
what I'm saying? And we can't ignore that. And that's part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? Throughout the years, is we've been ignoring stuff
Dog
in the
passionate about
name.
that shit.
We've been. Yeah, I'm seriously, bro.
I can tell.
I went to ministry school. I went to seminary too. People don't know that. So when they be trying to talk to me about stuff, I'd be like,
Yeah.
but I'm not about to be debating with you because I already know that you already are stuck with your
what you're stuck
view.
with.
You're not even trying to hear nothing else. Like it's still hard for people. Even this day, I could be in a room with pastors and they still have these same type of arguments, and you always got a handful of them that, regardless of what's said, even when you say go research, go read this, go look at that, they will not do it.
No.
They don't want to accept that there's been things in the church that have been freaking terrible,
Yeah.
and that we have kept it going. The same generational curses that we didn't have in our own cribs,
Yeah.
And
it's been in churches too. Y'all pass it from
There's no
family
reason
member
to
down to
deny
this
that.
family member that y'all let run the church, and then they do the same stuff. Then they pass it to another family member who do the same thing
Freaking
behind
deacons.
you. You know what I'm saying? And
There's no
then we
reason to deny
hide
it, though.
everything in the church, thinking like we can handle it right here. We can handle it because God done gave us the power to do this.
Yeah.
Like, yo, spirit and natural, there has to be a balance.
It
It
has
can't
to
just
be a
be
balance.
all spirit and then you
No
ignore
bad- the
the
bad.
natural side. And that's why people have been dying. That's why people be killing themselves. Suicide rates is ridiculous because they bring you in the church and be like, we gonna pray for you and we gonna do this, and they make you feel bad as an individual, like you the person with the problem. You do got a problem, but it ain't based on what they saying. It's because your family done jacked you up with these damn family secrets, with all this stuff with molesting kids
Very
and
true.
doing all this crazy stuff. We keep sweeping it under the rug. That is the problem.
That's the problem.
Very true.
I figured, dude.
Boy,
So and of
And
course
then
we
they
not
don't
talk-
want it
and of
today.
course we're not talking about everybody in church.
At all.
But as a
No.
whole, we are a reflection of everything. So one person can be the bad seed. Guess what it does? It destroys the perception of the whole situation.
Yeah. When they say
know what I'm saying?
one spoiled apple can spoil a whole bunch, the whole bunch,
Yeah.
that's really real. My pastor, he had stepped down from his very own church because something went on. I'm not gonna say it personally. I would like for him to come on to the podcast and tell it, but he stepped down as a minister and as a man. He knew he was wrong.
Yeah.
So he put himself in and let somebody else take over. You know what I mean? He came back 2 years later. You feel me? So a lot of people left the church because of what he did. I said, I'm not with him. I'm with the word when it comes down to that. You know what I mean? He was the first person that was really able to break the Bible down to where I could understand it and feel it spiritually.
Yeah.
Because other people just be saying and quoting the words that's in the Bible. And not giving you an understanding.
Yeah. And that's gonna be different for every person. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But trust me, the way he break it down, he break it down like for an eighth grader to understand it. You know what I mean? And it's not. And you're right. People will receive it differently. True, but everybody at least understood. You know what I mean? They wasn't just rocking back and forth. Just, You know what I mean? They heard it and they got it. And when I can get it in my spirit, that's good to me. He's a good man. He confesses to his fuck up, and we went on.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm sorry, y'all. This has been a great topic. We're gonna bring it back some way, one way or another. Q, where can they find you at?
You can check me out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, eblockradio.com on the Wake and Bake show with my dogs, Angry Man and Monk Money.
Monk Money.
Tonight on Girth Podcasting, dog. You can check us out at 9 o'clock.
Yep.
And then on social media, man, hit me up on IG, q.lewis313. Shout out to all my people everywhere. Producer of the year, you already know what it is, man. Representing live from the 48205, man.
Right.
Peace out, y'all.
I'm Miles Dixon, mdixon313 on Instagram, Miles Dixon, the Mediapreneur on Facebook. Boog, where can they find you at?
Bugs World, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Bugs World. Also, make sure you follow Groove Radio Detroit, GrooveRadioDetroit.com. You can follow the radio station on social media at Groove Radio DET on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And you can check me out every Wednesday at the Comfort Zone.
Tomorrow night.
Bar and Grill.
Tomorrow night, we in that
every
thing.
Wednesday. This Wednesday is special because we celebrating Miss Fifi's birthday tomorrow night.
Fuck Fifi.
Need to have a t-shirt for tomorrow.
We need y'all to come out and hang out with us and, turn up with us a little bit. The celebration for Fifi, she coming through at 8 o'clock, and we're going to turn up. We'll be there till midnight. But if you want to get there early, happy hour start at 5. That's when the doors open.
Happy hour start at 5?
That's why I said I'll be there at 5, sir.
Happy hour till 7. I'll be starting the music between 6 and 7 or whatever. And, we'll be kicking in because I try to get my eat in before the folks get
For
there.
everybody.
Yeah, but the food slaps.
Yes.
Great drinks or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Good atmosphere. R&B and neo soul. We're going to turn it up a little bit tonight, though, because I like to party. So I'm going to make sure that Fifi get out there and twerk it a little bit.
Why Fifi can't twerk shit, okay? Fifi can't dance at all.
Where if Fifi don't twerk, I'm going to try to get somebody else to twerk.
Somebody for
Q
sure
gonna be out there twerking.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. I'm completely satisfied with not twerking. Completely satisfied.
On that note, y'all,
We ain't about that life. We straight on that.
it's gonna be titties and ass shaking. No, straight literally. Yeah, titties. And look, and we would declare we are the Johnsons. I'm Bob, I'm Booby, L is Shimmy, and Q is Flat. We got the flats. We got the flats.
That is hilarious.
So on
bro.
that note, y'all, all flats. we appreciate everyone who watched the Rising Ground Morning Show. Don't forget, tomorrow morning, we back at it again, 9 a.m. and CP time. You already know what it is. We out.
Peace.